The idyllic village of Hallstatt, Austria may well be one of the most iconic places in all of Europe. And if you're wondering what to do there, this video will run through all the best things to do in Hallstatt, including iconic views, weird surprises, and tips on how to make the most of your time in this fairy tale destination. In case you're new here, hi, I'm Christina from happytowander.com. And this channel is all about practical travel advice from someone who's been there, done that. So be sure to like and subscribe if that sounds like your kind of thing. And be sure to stick till the end for a free map that has everything from this video pinned for your convenience. Now, I'll start with an unusual one, which is to stay the night if possible. Hallstatt is a tremendously popular day trip destination, so much that the village becomes almost unbearably busy after 10 a.m. So, the best way to experience the village, in my opinion, is by staying overnight. That way, you can wake up early and appreciate the sights both before the crowds arrive in the morning and after they've left at night. Most people don't think to stay over, but I promise you it's worth it. Now, let's move on to the main must-do in Hallstatt, which is to admire and photograph all the postcard perfect views. With its chocolate box houses perched strikingly along a still, glossy lake, Hallstatt is truly one of the most stunning villages in Europe. So, a little surprised that the main thing to do here is photograph it as much as you possibly can. All the photo spots I mentioned will be pinned on my map, but some classic locations include here, which is a view that lacks an official name, but is immortalized in countless postcards and social media photos. Sneaking a peek at this idyllic view is the best way to start your Hallstatt trip, ideally early in the morning before the day trip crowds roll in, and make it a certifiable mosh pit of selfie sticks. Other great spots include the classic village viewpoint / houses panorama, which gives you an alternative perspective over town. Or you can also hop on the funicular and admire Hallstatt from much higher up, and do the Hallstatt skywalk as well while you're there. Another lovely thing to do in Hallstatt is hopping on a boat tour to explore Lake Hallstatt in all its pristine glory. Whether you want an affordable lift between Hallstatt train station and the actual town, or a more scenic route that takes you to other points on the lake. Another one of the top things to do in Hallstatt is a quick stop in the central square, also known as MARKTPLATZ. Lined with wooden buildings in pastel shades and picturesque balconies spilling with greenery, this is one of the prettiest places in town, with a series of fun activities year-round, along with buzzing terraces and souvenir shops. While here, you're only a few steps away from another Hallstatt activity, which is to visit the village's evangelical church. Often photographed from afar, the Evangelical Church of Hallstatt is a village landmark that makes its way into pretty much every Hallstatt postcard. But far fewer visitors make their way inside, which I think is a shame. While it's far from the most extravagant church in Austria, it's definitely worth taking a peek inside. A 2-minute walk away, you'll also find one of my favorite hidden gems in the village, where you can admire Roman ruins in a sporting goods shop. Yes, you heard me. An unassuming wooden staircase over at Dachsteinsport Janu, you'll find a 300-meter squared collection of Roman ruins dating back 7,000 years. Discovered one day in the middle of a simple renovation for a new boiler room, this initial discovery paved way for more excavations, and today the collection includes Roman pottery, medieval tools, Latin Age ceramics, and many other hidden treasures that are free for visitors to peruse. Those looking to learn more about Hallstatt's history can also find the World Heritage Museum just around the corner, which is home to many more archaeological finds from the region, offering a way to admire the 7,000 plus years of Hallstatt history all in one place. And as a reward for all that learning, you can treat yourself to a drink afterwards at the Bräugasthof, a historic guest house that dates back to 1472 and is today home to one of the prettiest terraces in town. Though there are definitely prices here to match the views. And if you continue your walk just a little further, you can find one of Hallstatt's quieter landmarks, a small memorial dedicated to those from Hallstatt who were lost during both World Wars. Just south of here is also where you can tour the world's oldest salt mine. You can enjoy this experience at the Salzfeld in Hallstatt, where a guided tour allows you to explore the mine's historic tunnels. Heading back to the center of town and upwards, another thing to do during your sightseeing tour is to visit the Catholic Parish Church and St. Michael's Chapel. Heading uphill from MARKTPLATZ, you can take a scenic walk to Hallstatt's Catholic Parish Church, which hides stealthily among the mountains thanks to some daredevil builders in the 16th century who decided to build a church here over jagged rocks. The main highlight here, though, is right next to the main church building, over at St. Michael's Chapel, which is home to a famous ossuary where over 600 painted skulls await. This custom stems from the lack of burial spaces back in the day, which meant that existing graves would have to periodically be reused for new burials, at which point exhumed bones would then be transferred to charnel houses and painted by family members to preserve each person's unique identity. This is definitely one of the most unique things to see in Hallstatt and well worth the small fee, especially because the cemetery itself is very peaceful and offers some gorgeous views as well. Lastly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you're looking for a truly unique Hallstatt activity, be sure to grab a can of fresh Hallstatt air, a souvenir that they've actually been selling here since 2017. Alright, thank you so much for watching. You can find that map I promised through this link here, and be sure to like and subscribe for more practical travel videos just like this one. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!